Hey there, Richard Matheru here. So there's a debate amongst network marketers where you say, you know what, when someone's asking for information or your prospect wants to know more, should you send them to the link your company gives you, like a replicated website? Or should you have something built for yourself, like a marketing funnel or a personal link, something, something you've created yourself uniquely? Let me answer that for you right now, give you some fors and against so you can make the smartest decision and start to convert actual interest into team members because you funnel them through information the correct way. I'm also going to give you a free resource at the end which will show you how I've sponsored over 700 people so far personally. This is after failing in 3 companies, by the way, so stick around for that as well. So let's dive into this company link versus personal link debate. I'm going to say right from the outset, I am heavily in favor of the personal link. Let me explain why and see if this kind of makes sense to you as well. Take a look at the company link that you've been provided with. Just go kind of click it next time you've got a couple of minutes. You probably maybe even know what's on there anyway. You're going to find a few kind of commonalities that are usually always in existence. Number one, there's so much information on there for people to look at. It's very distracting. Think about what you are looking to achieve when you're sending people any link in reference to looking at your company. You're wanting them to, number one, you want to know they've seen it. Number two, you want to know to follow up with them. Number three, you want to convert their interest, raise their curiosity and interest to a level that has them wanting to join, or at the very least wanting to know more. What you don't want to do is send them to this plethora, which is a really posh word for me, plethora of information that they just get lost in. And this is what I typically see on company websites. Do you want to buy a product? Do you want to join a business? Here's some testimonials. Here's the background of our company. Here's the company name. So people go, oh, I'll just go Google it and do my own research. What are they going to find? They're going to find a whole bunch of scam reports of people trying to sell something else to them by putting your company down. But they don't know that. They don't know the game. So straight away you lose like a slippery rope, like a rope covered in Vaseline. You're losing them straight away because you're sending them to this whole surplus amount of information that they're not interested in. What is far smarter is for you to ask a couple of questions and see what it is they're interested in. If it's customer only, they just want the product, you should have something set up for that. If they're really serious about joining a business, yeah, the product is great, but I want to build a team, you should have some information set up for that. You can then very easily, after they've seen that information, be able to then follow up with them with supplementary pieces. That's great, but your prospect will come to you, won't they? And they'll say, that's great, but I want to see some proof. Then you go for the testimonials. That's great, but I want to see the selection of products. Then you can show them that. Why would you give them everything when 90% of it isn't even relative to them, and it actually turns them off because they're like, you know what, this seems like something complicated. That's what company websites tend to do. They're created by companies, not necessarily by people with marketing experience. Also, you need to be able to track stuff. Do you really want that issue of going back to people and like, hey, I know it's my 19th message, did you take a look at the video? Well, if you put someone to something simple like a lead capture page and then a sandwich page, you're going to be able to see when they actually took a look at that information, when they entered their email. You then know to follow up with that person. Hey, I saw you watch the presentation. Happy to answer questions. You can do that far smoother and slicker than just kind of like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Okay, I think they should have watched it. I'll try now. You lose all power and control again when you do that. You know it doesn't feel good and it wastes your time. Also, you want to be able to control the flow of information. You don't want them going off and Googling your company and, like I just spoke about, getting into all that mess. Again, if you can put together something basic, you don't even have to use the company name. So let's say, for example, you're in a health and wellness company and you put something together that talks about, how 6 steps to being able to take control of your body weight. Doesn't say Herbalife or Isogenics or whatever it is, right? So now they watch the information, they have to come back to you for more. You see how smart that is, as opposed to just saying, blah, here's a name, go and do all the wrong research, and then come back to me when you've got a negative view, which is usually what's going to happen if you do it the old-fashioned kind of company link way. So this also, the final point I want to make is, this allows you to have improvement in your marketing. When you have a simple funnel set up, I built lots of funnels for lots of different people and companies, and you can see the exact point that needs fixing. Like when you just send someone a company link, you're like, was it the way I sent them? Was it the first page they saw? Was it the presentation? Was it the testimonial page? Did they even look at it? You don't know all these questions and you can't answer them and you can't improve. When you have a very simple funnel set up, you can say, okay, they did opt in, so the first page is good. They did watch the presentation, so that is good. But you may look at the video and go, hang on a minute, they left at minute number 6. You can actually see that if you do things the right way. So why is everybody leaving at minute number 6 on the video? You go take a look at the video, something very specific is mentioned. You know if you edit that point out, way more people are going to see the rest of the presentation. You would not know that with just a company link. You can know everything and fix it all one by one until it's perfect when you take control of your own marketing with a personal link. So if you want to know kind of how to put that kind of thing together, that's something that I excel in. If you're like, well, yeah, okay, you've made a case, Richard, I want to do this, you can go to www.richardmathew.com/predict. The exact way that I've sponsored over 700 people has been using this style of marketing. Happy to walk you through some details in that free training. So richardmathew.com/predict if you want to take this to the next level. Hope you've got some value from this. It'll stop you from making the mistakes and turning so many people away from what you're doing by taking control and being professional. Like I said, if you want some advice on that, you've got that link where you can take your next step. Go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. And I'll catch you on another training really soon. Bye for now.